Attainment of UAE citizenship. The amendment of the law about attaining citizenship in UAE is an attraction of global talent, expertise and potential. This is because investors, professionals, experts are the target. Other categories that can acquire the Emirati citizenship include doctors, specialists, scientists, people with creative talent, for example intellectuals and artists. Not to forget inventors. There are other attractions of the UAE that can lure these gifted people into seeking citizenship in the UAE. These include the safe and stable environment, cultural diversity, favorable income tax jurisdiction, the requirements to consider whether one is fit to acquire the citizenship are: 1. Investors should own property in the UAE. 2. Doctors and specialists must be specialized in a unique scientific discipline or any other scientific principles highly required in the UAE. An applicant must have 10 years practical experience in addition to obtaining membership in a reputable organization in his field of specialization. 3. Scientists are required to be active researchers in a university or research center or in the private sector, with practical experience of not less than 10 years in the same field. A recommendation letter from a recognized scientific institution in the UAE is also needed. 4. Inventors should have one or more patents that are approved by a reputable international body or the Economy Ministry of UAE. They should also have a recommendation letter from the Ministry of Economy. 5. People having creative talents. For example, intellectuals and artists have to be pioneers in the culture and art fields. They should be winners of at least one or more awards. They also should have a recommendation letter from a related government entity. Eligibility to attain UAE citizenship is also based on the nominations to be made by the UAE Cabinet, the rulers and crown princes' courts, and the Executive Council, also subject to the requirements as stated in the amended citizenship law. When an expatriate is nominated, other requirements to consider include, but are not limited to, swearing the oath of allegiance, committing to abide by the Emirati laws, and officially informing the respective government agency in case of acquiring or losing any other citizenship. It should also be considered that a nominated expatriate to whom UAE citizenship is given can retain their original citizenship. Alhamdulillah.